Welcome to your Journey Midweek connection. I am very excited. I hope you're having a fabulous week. I wanted to give you some information on the women's retreat that we have coming up. Journey Women are attending Ignite Life's Refresher Women's Conference about Revive. And we're going to be talking about reviving our hope, reviving our joy, and reviving our rest. And so if you're interested in that, you can email me at women@journeykingman.com. And the tickets for that are already on sale. I think there's 250 women going to be there. There are about 40 of us from just Journey and some other people from Kingman that are coming. We're staying at the Gold Coast. So if you need a video, this weekend at church we played a video, and I can try and put that in the comments somewhere with this. And the video is Vanessa inviting people into that. So if you need more information about that, let me know. I wanted to share a story with you that has come up, and it has recently come up multiple times, and especially because of our sermon series right now, I wanted to take a minute to talk about this. And so let's go back to the 90s. The 90s were a time where news, like global news, actually talked about news, right? And so there was a huge news story in our world, and it was about the Shroud of Turin. And if you don't know what the Shroud of Turin is, it is the burial cloth that Jesus was wrapped in. And they found it, and they had 3D imaging on it. It was incredible. And so as I watched this kind of unfold in the 90s, I was a teenager. And so it became this huge thing, which was amazing. And eventually it led me to ask a question. And I went to my dad and I was like, Dad, what if it's real? Dad, what does it mean? And he's like, he's so brilliant. He says, if it's real or not, does it change your faith? And I was like, no. And he's like, okay, well then, if it's real, it's really cool. If it's not, then it's okay. There's no difference in your faith. And so I was settled in my soul that the outside circumstances that we have in our world don't change my faith with God. And so now, as an adult, where there's no news, or at least nothing that you believe, but now, some of those same circumstances, some of those really big things are coming up in our world, and it rocks us in a way to go, what does it mean? What if this is real? What do we do? And I think the question is still answered the same way. Does it change your faith? And this is what John 16:31 through 33 says. He says, do you now believe? Jesus replied, a time is coming, in fact, that has come when you will be scattered. Each to your own home, you will leave me all alone, yet I am not alone, for my Father is with me. I have told you these things, he says, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. So as we walk through our world, we have to ask ourselves when trials or sorrows or amazing things, I know this is a crazy season in our life. And some of the things are really good. Like the Shroud of Turin was one of those things that was really cool. It was really good. And some of these things have really been good. And then there's the other side of that where things are happening. There is sickness, there is sorrow, there are trials. And the question is answered the same way. If this happens in your life, does it change your faith? If this does not happen in your life, does it change your faith? And this sermon series that we have walked through has been a powerful explanation of all of these people who have gone through so much. But by faith, they are still walking with Jesus. So I hope today that as you walk through and that question continues to come up, you ask yourself, if this happens, does it change my faith? If this does not happen, does it change my faith? And that's a conversation, a processing that you get to have with God by yourself. So I hope you have an incredible week. Can't wait to see you on Sunday, and have a good one.